So today I wanted to talk briefly about the fishbone diagram. You can see that pictured here. Um, and, basically the fishbone diagram is a brainstorming tool. It can be very helpful in being able to determine all the potential causes for a particular effect that you're experiencing within your process. And typically, the effect is stated as a gap in performance. For example, this particular widget process is operating at 20 units per hour. The stated goal for the process is 25. So the gap would be stated as something like, this process is not meeting its goal by 5 units per hour. Basically, that is the effect that is happening for this process. And so the brainstorming exercise would then involve trying to understand all of the particular causes for this process having that particularly stated gap. In the fishbone diagram, you can see that there are typically 6 common categories that you use. And basically, these categories are just to help you sort out your thinking and the brainstorming process. So that category are, machine, method, measurement, environment, human factors, and materials and supplies. One of the ways that I like to teach people how to use this particular tool is to, if you have a whiteboard, that's ideal. Get some markers and draw this out on the whiteboard, probably about 3 to 4 feet long and, a couple feet tall, so that you got lots of room to work with. If you don't have that, you can use large poster paper. And if you don't have that, just use a wall. Um, then grab yourself a pad of Post-it notes and a Sharpie marker. Sit down and start brainstorming all the different things that you can think of that could possibly be contributing to the effect that you are seeing. And, you want to make sure that you put one idea on each Post-it note so that it's going to be very easy for you to be able to move them around, group them together, or whatever you need to do. It's much easier to just do one idea per note. Once you've completed your brainstorming session, you can then start attaching them to the different bones of the fish. And you really just try to figure out what category does it fit best into. And there's no right or wrong necessarily. Some of them are a lot more obvious than others. And so the idea isn't to get this perfect. The idea is to get you thinking. So the other, really cool thing about this particular tool is that you can do this with a team. And so if you have a team, the best way that I've found to be able to use this particular tool is to start off doing the brainstorming in silence. And then after an allotted amount of time, say 5 minutes, you then have the team start reading out their ideas. And then you can post them onto the wall or the whiteboard, the poster paper, or whatever you happen to be using. And each person, has an opportunity to read out all of their ideas. And there's a couple of reasons why I recommend doing the silent piece first is that it helps you avoid groupthink, and it also allows everyone to have a voice. So that's very important, I believe, in team settings to be able to make sure that you get everybody's ideas on the table. What you're probably going to find is in a team setting, you'll have some commonality in the ideas that are being brought forth, which is okay. If you have the exact same idea, you can just put those Post-it notes together and start grouping them on the board. Because what that'll help you start doing is to build consensus on where you believe the first place you should go look to see what's going on with the process. Once you've then completed that brainstorming piece and you've sorted them out, organized them into the categories you believe that they fit into, you need to then decide on what are the top 3 potential causes that you want to go investigate further. And if you've got more than 3 that you want to go look at, that's okay. But I recommend only doing up to 3 at a time, just because of If you try to do more than that, it's just going to be overwhelming. So just pick 2 to 3, go look at those first, come back and say, yep, these were the ones, or nope, those weren't it. And you go back to the exercise to then pick off the next couple. Um, but what you want to do after you've validated that, some of those potential causes that you believe to be contributing are in fact, the contributors, then you want to take that information and go further with it, and do some improvement work around, what's happening on the particular process. And you really want to be able to go down those next steps of being able to eliminate that potential cause or prevent it from coming back in the future. Obviously, this particular tool is not going to do that for you, because this is really just, like I said, a brainstorming piece, but it'll really help you in the improvement effort of what you need to do about the problem that you're seeing. So hopefully this helps. Uh, you know, Post a comment down if you have any questions or if you have any thoughts. I'd be really happy to hear from you. So have a great day. Talk to you soon.